In this training series, we're going to be installing a lot of plugins for WordPress. And rather than go through the installation process each time, I'm going to do it once here in detail, and then we'll just quickly install each one as we go along. So first of all, let's clarify some terminology here. When I say install a plugin in WordPress, what I really mean is we're going to upload it or download it, so to speak, to our library of plugins. And that's here under installed plugins. Okay, so these two plugins have been installed, but they haven't been activated. In other words, they don't function yet. On your computer, you download programs from the internet, say, or from a DVD, but until you click on them and actually activate them, they're not running, they're just sitting there on your computer. And that's the way plugins work here. So we install them, we download them to WordPress, and then we activate them. Okay, so let's go through the process. If we're going to add a new plugin here, in other words, we're going to install it, this search function works by searching the WordPress.org directory and finds the plugin there. So let's try WordPress SEO, let's say, and I search the plugins. Now, it's better if you know the actual name of the plugin, because sometimes if you just use a keyword or part of the word, you may or may not find it immediately. The search function doesn't always work that well, or the person hasn't used the exact term you've used. So if you know the exact name of the plugin, that'll help a lot. Now, in this case, we have found WordPress SEO by Yoast. That's the one we wanted. And there's the button right there, Install Now. So I just click on that. Are you sure you want to install this plugin? Yes, we do. Okay, so now, there you go. It's all installed. In fact, if we go back to here, you can see it's now part of our library. So it's installed. And then when we click to activate it, that's a whole other process. There we go. So you'll sometimes get messages that will appear up here, and then you can take care of those messages based on that. And sometimes they will even have a pop-up window like this. In this particular case, he has a tour of the plugin. That doesn't always happen. One of the things that can happen, if we go back to Add New, and let's go in here and find WPDB Backup. Search our plugins. Now, if I click on Details, it tells me a bit about the plugin. Now, you'll sometimes come across this. This plugin has not been tested with your current version of WordPress. There are many different versions of WordPress, and for instance, this one says compatible up to 3.1.4. Now, I'm on 3.4, so that's a fair ways back. However, this particular plugin will work just fine, and I know that from experience. I can read about that in forums. What this is saying is the last known compatibility, and this is something the developer has to put in manually. They have to say, I know it's compatible up to this point. All this is doing is checking against your version and what the developer has said in compatibility here. But again, I've seen plugins that are 3 or 4 years old and they work just fine with WordPress right now. This is just a helpful warning. And if you see it, you have to get some other information that tells you it is going to work with your current version, okay? But it's not the death knell of that plugin. All right, so that's basically how you do it. That's how you install and then activate any plugin for WordPress.